What's up, everyone? You're tuned in to the channel Eps. I'm your host, EEPMON, episode 95. Please like and subscribe if you find my content interesting, informative, and do share with your fellow friends who would like to know what goes behind the scenes of a digital artist navigating in a volatile world. So today, I would like to talk about happy accidents. And what do I mean by that? Well, as the incredible painter, the late Bob Ross's quote goes, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. So perhaps there was a time not so long ago where you were doing something, creating something, and it just wasn't the way you expected to be. You could be very frustrated, annoyed, mad at yourself. It's like, this is not what I want, or something. However, instead of being in that mode, perhaps it is an opportunity to assess it with this so-called mistake in a more optimistic and positive outlook. Perhaps when you're creating something and it is not what you expect it to be, turned out to be something completely different at that moment of time, it may not be of use, but perhaps down the road, you can use it in a future endeavor. Now, that has happened many times with me. Personally, it has happened to me on many occasions. When I was working on projects, one of the clients wanted me to create 4 themes. It was a campaign. It was actually for Xbox. And one of the campaigns, one of the themes was for, we want something that's about technology. I'm like, okay. And I start to think about, well, what kind of, with my style, with my way of creating art, what can I do that can represent technology, that's video games, and, future. And I start to experiment. Or, yeah, like, I just start to, like, play around with it. And I came up with this anime mecha inspired composition, just very, very detailed output. And I thought that was amazing. I thought that looked so cool. I'll show it to you in a second. And at the time, that style was not accepted, and I was kind of surprised. Because like I thought that was like that really represented the future technology. But okay, that's fine. I mean, we decided to go another route and we moved on. But I always felt that I could have easily have thought it was a mistake. I could have thought that, oh, what I created wasn't good enough. It sucks. I didn't choose it. I feel awful. But we went another approach and the project was completed. But I had all this material that I took so much time to work on, and I could have chosen the mentality of thinking, I wasted my time on this. It's not good enough because the client didn't like it, and I don't want to show it to the world. I have no use for it in the future. But I decided to continue to develop this technology-esque theme to the point that I have created a new style. I developed a new style. I've discovered accidentally a new style that now today many people know my style as this mecha style art. Now, before I show you some of the pieces that I created since then, taking from reference from this book, there is, surprise, surprise, a chapter on expect a surprise. And I just, pretty much the first sentence nails it. And it says, if we're paying attention, we may notice that some of our most interesting artistic choices come about by accident. And then it follows up with springing from moments of communion with the work when the self disappears. Sometimes they feel like mistakes. Spot on. So, in that note, the style that I developed matured over time, that I realized, wow, I could apply this to different things. I could apply it to different, themes related to mecha style art. I call it mecha style art because it looks like mecha style art. So let's cut to the chase and go straight to some of my examples. Here we go. We go here. Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness. There we go. My bad. Sorry, guys. So this is the EEPMON website, and let me go straight to my digital art. Now, what do I mean? Well, how far can I go? I'm just going to go here. This was this was the first mecha style art I created based on fine-tuning what was considered has been dismissed as a failure, but I kept on going, and I created this. I was able to create. I like monkeys, so I was like, well, what if I create a mecha monkey? Can I do that with what I have? And I created this. This is a personal piece. Look at the detail, right? All vector, folks. Even the mouth is all vector. I referenced it from existing like monkey mouths and all that. So much so that people responded very positively to this style. Like, what is crazy? What is this nuts? And I did another one right here. See if I could zoom in a bit. Based on baboons or mandrills. But yeah, like this was 2016. So this is OG. So I says, I have this thing going. If I could do these like caricatures or portraits using mecha style, then perhaps I could even do I have it here? Where is it? I want to show you my Star Wars stuff I did, like personal work for Star Wars. Here, well, I can show you this. This is homage to the Legacy series. This is the Mandalorian. This is further down. Like, this is what year is this? Well, this is like when they released. But again, you can see that the evolution. You can notice that I have much more fine-tuned fidelity control versus the monkey one. This was I'm able to actually sculpt helmets and armor based on this mecha style. And I started to like develop more, getting better and better at it, so that I'm just creating these series of different portraits of comic theme, Star Wars, Marvel characters. And people really love that. So as I continued to evolve it, I got better and better and better. Like, this is pretty hard. This is hard. This is hard. They're all hard. Like, look at that. C-3PO. Look at that. That's crazy. The Red Guard. So I have all, like, there's so much control. Vader. Like, look at this. That looks so good. All vector, folks. Vector art. I kid you not. So I got really good at this. And then so people started. So a side story about that. I showed these to, as I mentioned, I have some great relationships over in Los Angeles, and who are also in the comic industry. And when they saw these pieces, they flipped out and they said, I might know. These are my personal works, by the way. These are not we're not commissioned. These are just for my personal interest. But my contact in LA was like, I know some people who work at Disney. I should forward some of these pieces to them, and can't guarantee to see what happens. Next thing you know, I get a call from Marvel Entertainment in New York City, and they said, we love this style. Can we do something for our MCU? For example, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Can you do a portrait of Star-Lord in this style? And that's what happened. And let me show you Star-Lord. I did a Star-Lord helmet with Marvel Entertainment for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Isn't that cool? And what did he do with this? So I was amongst a group of artists that they would catalog and create a booklet for their licensees. Yeah, licensees to look through the book, and then if they like what they see, they would take my work. If they like my work, they would take it, the licensees, and they would make accessories and products. So it's like a lookbook of an assortment of artists. So I was one of them, which I was very honored to be part of. In my small capacity, my small contribution with Marvel Entertainment. But following that, they liked it so much that they asked me, would you be interested in doing one for Spider-Man Far From Home? And I was like, are you kidding me? It would be my dream to do an official portrait for Marvel's Spider-Man. And here it is. Taking my mecha style, and then you see it's evolving a bit more into this very more mecha looking Spider-Man. Very stylistic. This is actually quite different than a lot of Marvel commissioned illustrations, because of course when you think of Marvel characters, they would hire illustrators to do their own take of the characters, but this is very mecha and very like full frontal, right? But it was, look at that, it was so good that when they part of they like I said, licensees, right? They would buy, they chose my artwork to make posters out of it, and they actually made it as the main feature. This was at all these Walmarts all over North America. They made my piece as the main feature for the posters. So they had the Spider-Man there on the top, see on the right, and the second on the left. Second on the right is mine. Isn't that crazy? I almost forgot about that. This is a big deal. And this is my concept. And I also did one with Mysterio. There's Mysterio here. There's Mysterio. Oh, this Mysterio, this thing was crazy. I don't know if you can see it. I have all the vector art for this, but if you look, you can't see it. It's all this is a JPEG on my website. But I did all the decals of all the details of the armor. I had access to the reference material of the armor. Of course, you can't see it in the movie, but the detail on Mysterio's armor is ridiculous. It is phenomenally, if that's even a word, it is incredible detail. So much so that I even went all the way down to the detail here, where you can't see my mouse, but you can see the chest plate, and there's on the stomach, there's actually some decals there, and I actually mimicked it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here we go. Right here. I did all of that. Oh crap! How it does it again? I did all of that. This detail is not this is part of the armor. I kid you not. The inside area. But yeah, I really like doing Mysterio. That was my sketch. It's so messy. I should have showed this to the students that I did a presentation. Like I don't even I don't remember I even had all this detail. That's what, that's why it's good to document and, make sure that your portfolio is like up to date and have all the pieces so that you could show these. Wow, it's crazy. So yeah, and of course later on, I started to do more zodiac, the Chinese zodiacs of animals. Oh, sorry, that's just another. I did the year of the ox, and this is actually, I created this for my mom because she's the year of the ox. But look at that, it's gold medal ox. And I did one of the year of the tiger, 2022. Right? And then I went to, where else I have here? Well, this is Year of the Dragon, but this is a collaboration with Quantum. Different style. This is more like Sumier or ink. It's kind of inspired, but using the similar process and how I assemble the pieces, like digital Lego. Basically, I would do that with this. But yeah, like the metal. So the metal, like the whole mecha thing. Think about it, folks. Like, so when I look back at my projects, it all happened because of an accident. It happened because I created something and I had two choices. Either I was going to dismiss it completely, or let's go back to, I even did a funny, well, it's not funny. Why am I talking about funny? I did a take or of the Toronto Raptors NBA champion tribute based on the mecha style. I thought that was kind of cool, right? You can do so much with it. Such a simple thing. Well, not simple thing. It's very complicated. But what I'm saying is that I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me just drink my coffee so I can like wake myself up a bit. There we go. Now, where was I? What was originally an accident or a failure or something that didn't turn out well or was not accepted does not mean that you should throw it out and not revisit it. Oh, of course, NR City. Of course, NR City. See, I did for Comic-Con. We launched NR City stories. That's another story. I'll have to talk about that later. But anyway, I did the back cover, and I used my art, this mecha style, this badge in the EEPMON mecha style, into clothing. I did a T-shirt. We did like cards, apparel. Like, again, like, you see, like the applications. I don't know why my website does that. Oh my god, the applications are endless. But imagine if I had not followed through from that rejected technology piece I did back in the day, and I would have not evolved it to where it is today. So I thought I'd do a little lesson or a case study or, personal experience of, happy accidents. It was a very happy accident. Now I think about it. So yeah, that's my story. That's my spiel. And that's, now you know how that particular style started. And yeah, now I think about it, like, wow, mind blowing. Wow. Anyway, I hope you really like what I had to say and hear. Please like and subscribe. Please share this story because I think other creators need to know. On that note, have a great evening, have a great afternoon, have a great morning, wherever you are in the world. This is the channel Eeps. I'm doing it earlier today because I'm going to see my nieces and my nephew. So, gotta make this one an early one. Until next time, a happy Friday to you all. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.